Welcome back. We're now crossing over to our international correspondent, David Kibuuka, who's in Syria. Dave, how is it there?
This place is Loy.
Okay, what's happening there then?
The Syrian government just shut down the internet.
I didn't know you could do that, Dave.
Yes, but at least the people here had cheap internet. South Africa has one of the highest internet prices in the world, but the slowest internet speed. Our internet is like the Bafana of internet.
Dave, has this have to do anything with you being put on credit bureau again?
As a black person, it seems like a rite of passage to be put on the credit bureau. Show me a black person who hasn't been blacklisted and I will show you a coconut. Like if you're a Xhosa, as soon as you get back from the mountain, the first thing you do is wipe the dust off your face, then get blacklisted.
Dave, you can't say that.
Then why do they call it the blacklist? I mean, even our president has been blacklisted, but I highly doubt that Queen Elizabeth has ever had Joshua Daw come to Buckingham Palace to repossess the throne. Even when Nelson Mandela went to prison, the judge said, "Mr. Mandela, I sentence you to life imprisonment." And it also says here that there's some shoes that you haven't paid for.
Dave, what the hell does this have to do with Syria?
It's got to do with financial education. These days, money is as important as air, but schools don't teach you anything about money. They just teach you about cumulonimbus clouds. But when in real life did you ever need to know what type of clouds you're looking at? And Bangladesh, when have you ever needed to know where Bangladesh is?
Dave, so you are discouraging education, is that what you're doing?
No. What I'm saying is that education needs to be relevant to your career as well as your personal life. Give kids financial education so that they don't get into the debt trap. Like if I had known that I was going to pay 3 times because of interest, I would never ever have bought that room divider.
Okay, what about Syria, Dave? What about Syria and the internet? This is what we're talking about here, man.
There's no internet in Syria, but maybe it's a good thing. Because from the South African experience, since we consumers don't know our rights, cell phone companies do whatever they like. And they know that we will never ever change to other networks because we hate filling in forms. That's their trick. They say you can swap, but then you have to fill in 200 pages of forms, and while filling them in, if you're black, you may find that there's a warrant out for your arrest.
Dave, this sounds a bit personal. Is it a personal thing, Dave?
The other day, I got a huge phone bill, lawyer, and when I queried it, they said that I should phone on weekends with their weekend something. They want me to phone my brother on Saturday and say, "Keith, your house burnt down." And he'll ask, "When?" And I'll say, "Last week Tuesday." And he'll say, "Why?" And I'll say, "'Cause Vodacom want me to phone on weekends."
Dave, what about Syria, Dave?
Thank you, lawyer.
Okay. Thank you, Dave. That was Dave, our consumer watchdog, giving us a detailed report on exactly what's happening in Syria.